EIGRP has a lot of packets. And here we're looking at the key 5, the fabulous 5, hellos. Someone says, what does a hello do for you? In EIGRP, or really any routing protocol, it's all about establishing neighborship, which can also mean peering and adjacency, which are interchangeable terms. There's also updates. An update could be that a network went up, a network went down, or it could be in the synchronization of a new peer, and we want to share information back and forth really, really rapidly. In fact, let's look at that and come back here. If I'm looking at a new neighborship, what happens? Well, here we've got the top 2 packets in action. A hello says, hey, I'm router 1. Here I am. An adjacent router says, okay, I see you, right back at you, and I'm going to share with you my routing information. So we really quickly send our routing information over to the other router. Now, wait a minute. Acknowledgements are sent for some of the packets. So I'm going to acknowledge updates, queries and replies. We're not seeing queries and replies here. We're just spamming our neighbor, sending updates. We're getting acknowledgements back in return. These routers do this exchange and get a fully converged state when the process is done. That was using some of those key packet types. So we saw hellos to announce neighborship, updates to share information about the routing table. Acknowledgements were also on that page, just saying, hey, I got that. Now, which of these are acknowledged? What are you thinking about that? Which are acknowledged? Specifically, those 3, updates, queries, and replies. Now, we haven't talked about queries and replies too much. So what is a query? A query is when we lose our successor. The successor of EIGRP is the best route. When we lose it, we query a neighbor. We query, in fact, all of our neighbors. And replies are the response. So this is the modality when we are dealing with a state change of topology that was converged, and now there's something that changed. I've lost the best way to get there. I don't have a backup pathway. I'm asking for help. We ask for help via queries and replies. So we can see deeper information about some of these things. We're sending updates. You can see a little bit of information. We don't have to decode this. We're sending a query. We must have lost a way of getting to a network. We receive a reply indicated by this message, which tells us dual, the diffusing update algorithm, which is the heart and soul of EIGRP. And we can receive a reply, and it tells us the metric for those networks. And this is the metric which we call feasible distance, and this is the reported distance, which is that neighbor's metric to get to that network. So the more we understand these packet types, the more we'll be able to interpret them if we ever have to.